Scraps go in here. All right, so to recap a little bit, I got some foam that I thought would expand. It says it expands up to 3 inches. I was really hoping to fill some gaps easier, and it doesn't really, but I've been just trying to use the foam a little bit as glue, like gluing in some of these pieces of styrofoam, and I'm starting to think we might be able to crawl up this little side right here and building up some stuff in here and gluing down the articulation. That's already feeling more solid. And so it will for sure not move at all. And so as you fill the gaps and as things get put together, as the foam dries, everything really starts to stiffen up. And so this course is designed to be looking a lot more like an open course. So you can see things. It's not going to be closed landscape like that one. And I cut the wood for the bridge, so I'm going to be working on that soon as well. I need to drill all the holes, but I've been working on a garage project, trying to organize and clean up my garage a little bit. But you can see next I will probably start laying down some plaster. I think I'm at the point where I want to at least get some things covered and see where I can go from there. Wouldn't mind having another can of foam, getting a few things, a few more details and some rock looking features going on, but I might try to just shape some foam for that. But that's where I'm at right now. And I don't know how long I worked, maybe 45 minutes or so. One last look. All right. I am going to try something new today. I'm going to go ahead and put a live stream going on. I'm going to shape some pieces of foam for just doing some details around different areas and see if I can get that going. And I will also film it for a video so I can release it online. And then it's been a while. I've had a lot going on, and hopefully I can get some more work done on this and get it done soon, because I sold this track and it might be gone this weekend. So I have to get something done so I have something I can use. Anyway, I'm going to get going. All right, after that time lapse, just gonna recap. I put just pretty much flat pieces in many different places. This gluing it on here really stiffens up these things, but this height clearance will have to be adjusted. So all these were the foam parts that I've put in. I'm actually gonna come back around with the hot wire and give it all some shape, but this just gives it, more substance, more of the finished product before I'm going to do the plaster. And so, you know, I'll be shaving off a lot of this stuff. And then I put these down the long pieces as well because, I mean, it really stiffens it and, you know, make it look a little bit thicker, a little bit more nice to see. I'm not done yet, but I've worked on this for 2 hours tonight. And so I think I'm just gonna call it quits for tonight. But I mean, I'm trying to use all the scraps. I mean, I've glued down a lot of these and just to add more texture on the ground. I'm trying to not throw away any pieces of foam. And so that's where we're at right now, and finally made a huge chunk of progress. So I'm gonna try to do some more tomorrow night as well. We'll see. Okay, for tonight, I am going to hot wire a lot of the pieces I put up the other day and try to give it more shape and preparation for doing the plaster. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'll do some real live time, and just so you can get an idea of how I'm working it. And then I will do time lapse for the rest of it because it's going to be somewhat repetitive. And then I'll do a slow, at the end, I'll do a slow capture of everything around so you guys can see some of the details that I put in. Need to just try to adjust it towards the end a little bit before I turn it on and it gets stinking hot. But once you turn it on, I mean, this is ready to go almost immediately. Hopefully that doesn't make it too thin. Normally I'd have some music playing right now, but all the copyright issues and stuff, I'm just going silent. Okay. I got the garage door open in the front and the back, just to avoid smelling all this. Just giving a little bit more shape to what's coming up on the sides. This little part here, I wanted to cut this and flip it around and glue it to the inside. glue gun is hot yet. Ooh, it is. All right. I'm gonna make these little tops more like a hoodoo. Give it some of the old southern Utah type of vibe like the other one. Still having a hard time getting that out. So you can see how quick and easy it is to shape with the hot wire. And since it adds a little bit of texture and, give it more of a rock look and feel. So I think I probably need to add a little bit of chunks here. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the time lapse so I can keep working and you don't have to sit through real time. Okay, I'm at the tail end of another hour. As you can see, I got the arches, I got this little pillar, some hoodoo rocks, another arch area, and I glued down a ton of these pieces just to, keep it going, getting texture on the road surface. you know, these pieces here were like just blocks of foam, and so you kind of cut them together and blend it in going around. Same thing here. Shave it down to where the other end meets, and then try to match those types of pieces. And then I did the putting a little bit more texture and shape to the articulation section. And I have not yet cleaned it up, but I have, these scraps are just everywhere. And I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to use them all, but lighting's a little bit worse on this side. But I've got an arch there, kind of glued pieces together to make it a thicker base. Got a little bit of gap, but the plaster will cover that. And so a couple of these big arches covering and supporting the top part. You can see how much stiffer it is with all the arches and styrofoam and stuff. And so this is another kind of big arch with multiple pieces stuck together. But I didn't touch those pieces. I do need to come up in here because I'm worried about clearance exiting here. So I'm probably going to shave it up here real quick. But what I think I might do is put in a few more flat pieces where it's really flat, like vast pieces of cardboard, like up here and stuff. And then I think I need to plaster. I think we need to get going on that part. So a little arch over there at the corner. So yeah, a lot more details, a lot more scrap, but we're getting there. I'm gonna wrap up this video for this portion now, and I'm gonna get going with the plaster really soon and hope that that can make a lot of cool progress, really start tying it together. It did on the last track. And then when I painted it, man, it just really started looking finished. And so I'm gonna get to that soon, maybe a little bit tonight, we'll see. And thanks for watching, and look forward to the next one. Bye.